All right, Shalom. Brother, coming back to you with this truth, giving all glory, honor, praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Call the law, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessing to the Bayaf Dawadah, the house of David. Just doing another quick little video, Lord willing to be edifying to elect brother or two. I ran across this post on Instagram. It's basically talking about the mark of the beast, all right, which you people know, all right, as the RFID chip, all right, which is pursuant to Revelations, what is that? Revelations 13th chapter, around us, 15 verse on down. It says, crazy doctor extracts RFID chip from sex trafficking victim. This was posted March 21st, 2017, probably about 2 days ago, all right. And it says, if someone walks into a hospital and claims that they're being tracked and that they need to have a trafficking device removed, there's a pretty good chance that they're going to be sent to a mental institution instead. But in this day and time in 2017, they wouldn't be sent into a mental institution, man. All right, because it's like, all right, maybe 10 or 20 years ago, when that type of technology wasn't really relevant, or it wasn't really thriving, or you could say, of course it was possible, but it wasn't really relevant. It wasn't really like basically for consumer use now, or then, man. All right, but now everybody has a RFID chip embedded in them, man. You see multiple different articles of people having an RFID chip embedded under their skin, using it to purchase items. All right, using it to unlock the doors to their apartment, using it as passports. Airport, what's it called? Airport tickets or whatever. In order to boarding passes in order to board a flight. So in this day and time, that doesn't seem that irrelevant, man. So why would you be placed into a mental institution, man? All right, these devils, they want that technology to be pushed on a major level, man. All right, but it says, however, according to a doctor who wished to remain anonymous to protect his patient, that very situation occurred last October, and it didn't end how you might expect. It says the patient is in question was a 28-year-old woman who claimed that she had a GPS tracking device planted in her body. Normally, a patient like that would be regarded as crazy, but this woman appeared totally sane, and she had an incision mark on her side. All right, we're going to go into the scriptures, man, because that's what that word mark means in the Greek. Charagma, I believe it means to insert an incision. All right, but we're going to go to the blue letter on this one, Lord willing. Salaki. Gotta get the camera right quick. Revelations 13. Right, this Revelations 13 and 16, it says, he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bound, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Let's go into that word mark. And we're going to correlate it with this article, that I'm reading. Lord willing, it be edifying. All right. Mark. The Greek word for mark is charagma.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma.
Charagma. All right. It says of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. But this, of course we know the blue letter goes off, man. The Greek word for mark is charagma, which means an incision or to insert. Let's see what the root word is. So that's what the word charagma means, man. All right. It means an incision or to insert. So let's read that last little part that I just read on the article. It says, normally a patient like that would be regarded as crazy, but this woman appeared totally sane, and she had an incision mark. Right. That's one of the definitions for the word mark, an incision. All right. It says on her side. So she had an incision on her side. All right. And it says, so the doctor decided to check her out anyway. The medical staff at the hospital were stunned when they finally gave her an x-ray. It turns out that it wasn't a GPS device, but an RFID chip. Right. A radio frequency identification chip, man. All right. Which is the mark of the beast pursuant to Revelations. All right. Revelations, the 13th chapter, the 16th verse, man. So we're going to go back there real quick. Revelations, chapter 13 and 16. It says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor. So this woman, she probably was a poor woman, man. Because that's usually the people that end up in those sex trafficking organizations, man, or circles. All right. It says free and bond. All right. She was obviously a bond woman. She was basically bound, all right, to the captivity, to the further captivity that she was in, on top of the captivity they were already in. All right. And through the spirit, I believe she was an Israelite, man. It says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. That word mark goes back to the Greek word charagma, man. All right. Which means a thing inserted, man, an incision. All right. And it says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right. So this woman right here, man, she probably gonna regret, that she even got this chip removed, man. All right. Once the economy collapsed, once the economy collapsed and all this whole society just crumbled, man. And they make the RFID chip mandatory. She gonna wish she still had that chip, man. All right. It says the medical staff at the hospital were stunned when they finally gave her an x-ray. It turns out that it wasn't a GPS device, but an RFID chip is used to tag cats and dogs. And that's what is mainly, that's what this RFID chip, that's the main reason for the RFID chip, man. All right, to track, Esau want to be able to track his cattle, man. All right, which is you people, man. All right, this is, what is that, Genesis 47, I think it's 17. Genesis 47 and 15, it says, and when money failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence, for the money faileth. It says, and that's the same thing that's going to take place in America, man. All right. All throughout the parts of the world, but mainly in America, man, because the money is going to fail. All right. This talisman, this goddamn, this wicked device that Esau used to rule the people, man, it's going to fail. It's going to fall apart, man. It's going to take none effect, man. It says, and Joseph said, give your cattle, and I will give you for your cattle if money fail. So I'm going to get that in a blue letter just in case to go on a couple of these words, man. Okay. All right, Genesis 47 and 15. No, 47 and 16. It says, and Joseph said, give your cattle, and I will give you for your cattle if money fail. Right, it says, and they brought their cattle unto Joseph, and Joseph gave them bread in exchange for horses, for the flocks, and for the cattle of the herds, and for the asses, and he fed them with bread for all their cattle for that year. You know, so cattle is basically a animal, man. All right, and that's what this post says. It says the RFID chip is used to tag cats and dogs, man. You know, so that's what Esau he's gonna use to tag you people, man. He's gonna look at you as cattle, man. Like in the time of Joseph in the book of Genesis, man. All right. Let's go into that word cattle. All right, cattle. The Hebrew for cattle is Mikneh.
Strong's H4735. McNair.
Mikneh.
McNair.
Right. It says cattle livestock in general of a purchasable domestic animal, a cat or a dog. Said cows, sheep, goats, and herds and flocks. All right. So, but you know, in 2017, man, people don't have herds and flocks of animals, man. All right. They don't have a vast majority of animals that they could give, you know, for they for exchange for food, man. So the new cattle is gonna be you people, man. All right, and in order to get food, you're gonna have to give your cattle, man, in order to receive food. You're gonna have to receive that RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. It says, and someone had tagged her like an animal, like she was somebody's pet that they own, and that's what the elite want to do. They want to tag everybody like an animal, you know, because they really own these people, man. All right, and they want to make it known that they really own these people. They want to portray themselves as the Most High. It says in a way that makes it even creepier than a GPS device. RFID chips have a very short range. To be useful for tracking someone's position, they would have to be kept confined in an area where the right equipment is in place to send or receive signals from the chip. But that's the thing about it. If this is so creepy, man, what these people must be living in a fucking box. Like the doctor who extracted the RFID chip from the bitch. He must live in a fucking box. All right? Because if he's not aware about the RFID chip and it being embedded in people already, man, what planet is he living on? It says the doctor would later discover that this woman was a victim of sex trafficking. Science fiction has been warning about the potential of tracking devices for years, but usually in reference to how the government might use this technology. It just goes to show that the way humans use technology in the real world is often stranger and creepier than fiction. Right. Because that's what I was just getting at, man. That's what the government ultimately, because the elites, these elite 1%, these rich banking families, these Oppenheimers and Gettys and these Rockefellers and Rothschilds, all right? They're the true government of this world, man. They're the ones, you know, they're the puppet masters. Everybody else up under them are puppets, man. All right, and ultimately that's what they want to do, man. It's a movie coming out called The Belko Experiment, man. All right, and in that movie they show the way that they'll basically kill a person by way of the RFID chip if you don't be basically in subjection to them. If you're not following their rules and their orders, man. All right. So with that, man, hey, I hope this video was edifying to elect brother, to let her give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the Bayaf Dawadah, the house of David. All right, and shalom.